Okay. So hi everybody, I'm Evie or you. Welcome to my channel. Here at this channel, we talk about business and self-development. It is obviously a Greek channel, but today we're going to talk in English and I'm gonna tell you very soon why. So, my main goal is to provide knowledge and motivation so people can find the better and the best versions of themselves, okay? So please let me introduce myself. I'm Evie you. I live in Athens in Greece. And my first studies are in pedagogy. I was a preschool teacher. I've been working on that. And I decided to change my path and follow the business field. So here I am today. I am a soft skills trainer and I love helping people developing their skills and they reaching their full potential. So now we are talking about changing paths and careers. So I am so super excited as today I'm gonna introduce you my amazing friend. She's from the US. She's done so many different things in her life. She's a Navy commander, an orthodontist. She's a beauty queen. So everybody, let's welcome Corinne Devin. Yay!
Oh, well, thank you. I will take all the applause out in the internet and the virtual land here on Zoom. And it is truly an honor to be here. And I should say greetings from the past, or you're in the future. So maybe you can tell me what the winning lottery number is.
I am so happy about this conversation because we've been talking so long for this episode. Like, I saw you the other time in the seminar abroad, and it was amazing. And I'm so happy talking here today. So, how
Yes,
are
that was
you?
1 year ago. That was 13 months ago that we saw each other in Budapest. And what a full circle it is to reconnect and make two schedules where you've got two of us running different empires in different parts of the world finally connect. So grateful to be here and excited to have this conversation.
Me too. This is amazing. So happy. So, where are you now? In which state are you?
So currently I'm in San Diego, California, and that is where I'm stationed. I am in the United States Navy, but just to let the audience know, these are my views and not the views of the Department of Defense that I'll be sharing today.
So, would you like to tell us some more about it?
Absolutely. So I have proudly been serving our armed forces for 18 years. I came into the Navy on a scholarship where they paid for dental school. And for anyone out there, dental school is incredibly expensive. I'm hearing upwards of anywhere from 300,000 US dollars all the way up to even close to over 1 million for my colleagues who specialize like I do. So I'm incredibly grateful and privileged and honored to have got a scholarship with the Navy. And since then, I have been all over the world. In fact, I did one tour in Sicily, and I really hope to go back because I think the Europeans know how to do vacation, right? And they truly know that life is meant to be lived. So I think there's something I can learn from you and your audience on that.
We definitely do how to have a great time on vacation as well. So, of course, you're gonna meet us in Greece or anywhere in the world, as we have so many things to say. And next time we're going to have an episode live, okay, as
I
well.
would love that. I would love that.
Me too. So, you've got an interesting past. I mean, you've done so many changes and very successfully, okay, as we said. Uh, I would like to know how you adapt to change. Like you started from one field and went to another. Which is
Mhm.
your secret ingredient on that thing?
Well, I would tell everyone different seasons of your life is where certain things take more of a precedent. So I became a dentist first before I joined the Navy. So I really had to learn how to battle through test anxiety, which anyone out there who struggles taking tests, raise your hand because that is me to a T. And when I got into dental school, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for it? And I found out that the in the US that the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy offer scholarships. And so after I graduated from dental school, I joined the Navy and then did my payback as far as serving our men and women who actually also serve in the Navy. And so during that time of dental school and then, right into the military, I got dared into pageantry. I grew up in a military family. My father was a Navy commander. There was no way I was going to do more than twirl a baton in a parade. And it started with just a colleague in my class who told me I couldn't do it. And the next thing I know, I got first runner up at Miss Nevada. And then many, many years later, it's just spawned into many things. What I would tell people my secret sauce for success is that you find traits and things that you can do that overlap in other areas of your life. So, for example, pageantry believes in a lot of service, tradition, camaraderie, leadership. Those are also makings of a really great military officer and in some ways of an orthodontist who is leading their team, whether it's in a clinic or out in the community. And so when you can find common things that you can lean into, that you can get good at, or maybe find ways to grow, you find that it carries over in other areas of your life and it allows you to just really grow and expand of what maybe you didn't think was possible and make it possible.
Exactly. So as I have got some things in common with that. Like I changed my field, I pivot from one field to another, from pedagogy to business, and everything I could hear at that moment was all the time like, why are you gonna do that? You just built such a nice CV. Why are you gonna do something from scratch? I mean, and a lot of people were telling me this thing. So I would like to talk about the environment and how important that is for success because it's vital. If you will listen to the other people's voices and they will become your own, they will just try to tear you down or they will project their own ideas, right? So you really have to have a clear vision, a strong why, and just keep on turning the obstacles into something good. So step onto that one. Just take one obstacle out, be better, do your personal review, and keep on going, right? It's
Yes,
vital having a strong why inside you.
1000%. And I heard something actually this morning that really kind of builds upon that. And they said, don't let fear dictate your next move.
That's amazing. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I couldn't agree more. Some of the scariest things we do in life are also the greatest blessings in life. And if you fall down, if you fail, like I'm someone who's very Christian and believe that's God's way of saying try again. You know, maybe you're not going to do it the same way, but and build that team of cheerleaders around you who are going to give you the tough love, but also going to be there to hold you through your hand as you go through the trenches and you're not sure what to do and how to pivot as you so well, because later on that could be leverage for you to either grow your network or build your next move. Like that may be the move that lands you the next big job or the next position you want to do. So I couldn't agree more with everything you're saying, Evie. So
That's amazing. And I truly believe in what you said before as well. So nothing is happening like that. There's always a reason behind it. Every step forward, every step backwards, like anything, it's programmed just to serve a higher reason. We just cannot really see or feel at that moment, but later on, they always make sense, right?
yes, definitely, definitely.
This is so great. So, I would like to know, just because you are working like, let's say about Navy, okay?
Mhm.
There are many I mean, how many women are working in Navy? Mm,
Gosh, I know that as far as percentage, I would have to look it up. I
I
know
mean, just not exactly, but not so many, right?
I mean, I would tell you I believe we have like 900 or 1,000 dentists active duty, and then if you count reserves, about 1,600. And I would tell you probably about 10 to 20% is females, but I mean, that's based off numbers that are quite old. I do know as you move up in the ranks, the amount of females goes down. So, for example, at my rank, it's 0.3%. I'm an '06. I'm a captain. So
Mhm.
for your colleagues out there, because different ranks mean different things, I'm one below an admiral or a general. If you look at different branches of the military, and of course, when we go internationally, of course, the names and the titles change. But what I would tell you is, I've never felt more empowered to be in the military. I've never felt more motivated to be in the military. And part of the reason why is that we've already had women before me who have been the highest ranking officials in the Navy, in the Air Force, in the Army, and Coast Guard. And I know we have the Space Force, but we have a lot of branches where women who have already paved the way. So it's really just building upon that and seeing if a career in the military makes sense for you. Because just like any career, there's some things that you've got to be okay with, and other things that are just gonna you almost have to bite your tongue and swallow and just know it's part of the game. So yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's very weird when you go outside and you say, "Hey, I'm working there." So they look at you like, "Really?" But what
Yes.
is happening? But what is happening inside like this place? Like, uh, how was it always like that because of the job, like what the other women done before you? Like they've opened the space so it will be easier for you to enter. I mean, when a field is full of like 80 or 90% of men, how easy is it for women to be like super flexible? Is it? I don't know. I mean, I would like you to tell me.
Sure, sure. So just to make sure I'm understanding correctly, you want to know, as being a female in the military, how you navigate a very male-dominated profession.
Exactly. And if this is like, if there is, let's say, a gender disparity or not, like how is it through your point of view?
One thing that I think that gets lost in our message and that I see is that, men and women both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses.
Mhm.
Men are biologically stronger than women, but women, we are good at multitasking. A great example of this was during World War II when they would have operators that would call on the front lines. Men would take a lot longer to kind of ping through the lines through, where women could do it so much faster. And I believe it was something like it took a man like a minute and a half, where women could do it in like 10 to 15 seconds. And they said because of the contribution of women in the military, we saved over, I think it was close to 1 million lives because they could shorten the speed of connection. That being said, there is times and gear that I have gotten in the military that my male counterparts do so much better. They reach and it's like a leap of faith for me on some of the things. And so to me, I don't look at it as a competition, but I look at it as a more way of like, how can we collaborate? How can we complement each other? Another great example is when I have been deployed or I've been in environments where there's some culture barriers. There's going to be times where I'm going to be able to engage with the local community where my male counterparts can, and vice versa. Some of my experiences from many years ago with dealing with different cultures, sometimes they want a male, sometimes want a female. And at the end of the day, it's about the mission, it's about the common goal and putting personalities aside. One way I found that's been helpful to break that barrier is to show up, to be there, to be present. One way I love doing that is physical fitness in the military. Every gym I go to, if they have a class or something, that is where I feel like everyone is like, hey, we're trying to get through holding that plank for 3 minutes or doing the 100 push-ups. We're there to help each other out because we want to be stronger both physically and mentally. And I found that is such a great way to bond with my male counterparts and also among the ranks, whether it's enlisted or officer. Um, because in the day, when it comes to looking at each other, it's not so much gender, but do they have integrity? Do they have courage? Are they honest? Are
Exactly.
are they humble? Are they someone who is really, accountable? Be like, what, hey, I screwed up, but I want to do better. How can I move forward? What can I do? And to me, that is a really great sign of a great team and a great service member.
All you said is truly amazing, and I totally agree with everything you just mentioned. So having values, it's not a gender thing. It's just
No, no,
something that people have or don't, people develop or they don't. So being honest, being having integrity is number one for me, for you
yes.
too, as well. So, did you ever face anything like something that made you sad, maybe along the way, and what did you do to overcome that? Maybe a betrayal or something along the way in any of the steps you had on your road, not just in Navy, just anywhere.
Yes, great question. One of the things that I dealt with early on was test anxiety. When I got into dental school, and I was the first person in my college to get in the last 4 years, I failed every first exam, and I was on the brink of losing the scholarship, of losing, getting kicked out of dental school. And I had a wonderful teacher who pulled me aside. She's like, I know you're studying. I know you know the material. Let's do an oral exam. And what she realized is I was putting the wrong things on the Scantron. I was almost like psyching myself out. But when I did a conversation like you and I answering questions, I rocked the material. And so I was able to do an oral exam with her and some of my other teachers. And my other ones who would still want me to do a written exam, she taught me some tricks and things to do. So I would cover all the answers. I would write down my answer next to it, almost kind of like fill in the blank, but without multiple choice. And I really had to do that again, even in residency in orthodontics. The material wasn't sticking. And I learned that how I got material to stick was making flashcards and putting them in different colors and saying things out loud and doing it over and over, almost like a great song where you just hear a beat and then you already know the next words. And what I would tell your audience is that we all learn differently. We all have ability to focus, but knowing our strengths. I am an extrovert, so I need to put myself in a library or a place where I'm not going to go and socialize with people. I need to turn my phone off of do not disturb. And I do better with small chunks of time of repetition each day. And so those have been things that have helped me overcome and really grasp the material, setting aside time. The last thing I will tell you on this, that this is something that anyone in your audience can use, is there is good research, and this goes credit to Mel Robbins. She's a motivational speaker, international, and she
She's
said,
amazing.
yeah, she's amazing. And this is so true. She says if you can spend 15 minutes before 7:30 in the morning towards that next goal, 15 minutes, in a week, you've already done an hour and a half. In a month, you've already done 6 hours. But what you find is those 15 minutes before 7:30, you're more focused, you're more intentional, and it's before your day gets completely hijacked by, who knows what, or calls or meetings, or you're pulled in 8,000 directions. And so I took that and I applied it for me studying for my boards, my first part, and other ways of finding where I could be productive. And so those are little things I've learned along the way of like when something doesn't go right in my life, I kind of take a step back. I'm like, okay, what can I do differently? How can I be successful? Because I'm not going to let one exam or one person or, whether it's, an organization take me down. I'm going to find a way to work around it. Doesn't mean I have to go the straight path. We can take detours.
That's that's amazing. This is exactly what's life about. I mean, you sometimes you just have a goal and you're like, yeah, I can see the goal. I know exactly what to do. I'm ready to do the things that are always in integrity, okay? Not like stepping on other people just to find success. This is not something I would recommend to anybody. Just always be nice, just always be good, just be better, have more skills, try more, work harder, be better because you deserve it and not because you try to tear other people down. This is not something good. And it always comes back to you. Like if you put good out there, you will receive good. If you will put bad things out there, you will have them back in different forms, but later in life as well. I'm, you agree with that one, right? So
Absolutely, absolutely. What you put out there is what comes back to you. And I would tell your audience, listen, we've all had people betray us in our life. We've all dealt with things where life is just not fair. But I can truly attest what goes around comes around, whether you believe in God, you believe in the universe. You may not be there when it happens, but trust me, life has got a funny way of things getting circling back to you. And I've definitely seen it. And I've just have learned that you have to trudge ahead. You have to, go to your higher self because those times are going to be when people are watching you the most and the closest to see how you're going to react. And if you can rise above it, oh, your stock is just skyrocketing, just going up there.
that's the point. I mean, it's like people acting like that. They are full of ego. They cannot really see. They're blind spiritually or at that field anyway. So they are here. So if you are here and they put you down, you try to rise and just go above, and then you're in another level and you're not engaging with this energy and this situation. So this is a big battle, like being here and trying to go up while they try to tear you down, and then boop, you're up here and nothing stops you anymore, right? Oh my God, it's exactly like that. I mean, it's like having images of that because this is happening to all of us, that to all people that are trying to be better, to make things better, to rise, okay? So it's like a law.
Definitely is. It definitely is.
And my motto on that one is like never quit on your goals, like never. And always becoming better is the best option. Like every single day after, like if you have a task, just go there, have your plan, just go do it and apply it. And then do your reviewing. Like, is this the best I could do? Is there something I could do better? Just review it so next time you will see what you've done not good and what you should just change so you can be better and better and better. And it's like a cycle and goes up, up, up. So if you're doing that, you will never quit. You will become so much better long term, okay? Not the next day, not the next week. Like it's gonna take time because good things always take time. If they're like this, something's not okay. Something's off
Yeah.
there.
Right. Yes. No, I agree. 100% agree.
And like you build your character, and I think business builds your whole character, your whole self, like your
Mhm.
soul, everything. It just breaks you down so it can build you up. So you take your best pieces and you build something among. I don't know what you would like to say about it if you felt it this way, because it's how I feel like along the years.
You know, your reputation can definitely go through quite a bit of changes over the years. But what I would tell you is that if you are persistent in what you want to have and what you want to do, you're going to get it. But if you're consistent, you will keep it. And we all are going to have people in our lives that we're going to get along great, and other people where I would say we almost develop an allergy to them. That's what, where you're just like, you know what, not my person. And that's okay. And so I kind of take it as an opportunity to be like, is there something I can grow? Is there something I can learn from this situation? If there is, I will explore it. And if not, that allows me to redirect my energy to something else. And perhaps it's something I've never done or something I'm curious about. That was something that fell into my lap, gosh, 13 years ago, in Japan, where I was asked to speak for 1,000 middle school girls, and I had no idea how I was going to keep their attention. And from that, it just grew and build and build and build and build to what I would call my Taylor Swift moment that was last year, which was electric. Needless to say, electric. And I really hope to have that opportunity again. So to your point with character and reputation is you never know who's watching, but you also never know by you taking that chance or that leap of faith where it might lead you and it might surprise you.
I totally agree. And so just keep on going, keep on being better, keep on being the best version of yours with a great character, and you will build so many things like patience, like so many skills and values in your character that's gonna be the best, and they're gonna last longer and long term as well. So I think a very important thing for this whole situation, this whole conversation we right now have, it's like being authentic. Like it's so super important being your best self, your honest self, and building on that one. Otherwise, you just show something else, a fake version of yours that is just a matter of time to break. Like, what do you think about authenticity as well?
To me, don't try to be anyone else because they've already been taken and
Yes,
just
exactly. This is a
you.
quote. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a great quote, but To me, if you show up who you are authentically, unapologetically, and are truly present, people will appreciate you, and the people that are meant for you will not pass you. They will connect you and they'll want to be engaged and learn more. At the same time, if someone rejects you, in some way, I look at that like that is almost God's protection of that's not my person. That's not where I see myself going.
Mhm.
But, things that have not gone my way in life, and I think we've all experienced things in our life where it haven't gone away.
Definitely.
Yeah, but then I had another door or another opportunity that I didn't really see that was down the road
Better
that
one.
did open up for me. And if I did the original thing that I wanted to do, or I thought I should do, or I thought I deserved, because we all work hard and we just think if you work hard, you're going to get it. I would have not been able to do this bigger and better thing down the road. And so when things don't go the way I want, or when the things don't go the way you want, or in your audience wants, there might be something bigger behind door number three that you don't even know that's even there for you. So,
That's exactly. And this reminds me of a small reel I uploaded last days, which I say this about God, like uh, if God doesn't want you to enter a door, it's like big and super heavy, he's not gonna move it, okay? Because there's like having some signs there, like you have to learn this, you have to be protected from this, and you should just stay there and study and being trained or do the detour. And then
mhm.
when you will have all of those lessons in your, like, let's say your bag of life,
Yes, 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 yes,
the
absolutely.
door, like the right door, will be like this, and everything will be so easy, right?
Yes,
They will flow.
1000%, 1000%. Yeah.
Totally agree. This is so nice. And I'm so happy that we have so many things in common as well. So, if something bad happens and you cannot change it, you can just change the way you approach it, right?
We can't control the things that are going to happen to us in our life, but what we can control is how we react to them. I'll give you a great example. I believe I gave this example on stage was that I was passed over for the current rank that I'm at, and it was really hard. I was passed over, meaning when I was in zone and when I was up for promotion um,
Mhm.
in the Navy, we go to a board. This board meets out in Tennessee and they meet in secrecy. We don't even know who the members are. And then the results get released from that board a few months later.
Mhm.
And we can see who's all in that place, but we also know that only a percentage of people in that group are going to promote. And when you think whether relating this to your job, you're like, okay, like I've done the hard places, I've done the jobs that no one wants to do, I've checked all the boxes, and that doesn't happen. It's really frustrating. It's downright discouraging. And I remembered when it came out, my boss had called me. He checked on me. He said, "Hey, listen, don't let this get you down. Keep doing what you're doing." And I was really grateful that that was my boss's boss, but my first level boss said, "I want you to take the next day. I want you to have your moments, and then I want you to come back fresh." And that's what I did. I had my big girl cry. I called all my friends. I did all the things that I needed to do. I reached out to colleagues who had been in the exact same position and and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. We're putting it in the box. We're FedExing it out. DHL, UPS, US. I'm not sure what you have in Greece, but we were like shipping it out. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to invite that back in. I had my time. And so what I would tell people, like, life can be really tough. And there's going to be days that are just going to suck. But take that time, whatever you need, whether it's 10 minutes, an hour, if it's half a day, if it's just going on a bike ride, take that time just to allow you to acknowledge those feelings, absorb them, and then release them. So that way it doesn't prevent you or stop you from what is meant for you or something that you may be blinded by your emotions that could be just right in front of you and be really amazing.
That's amazing. And you really need some time when you feel like that just to process your feelings and just take some time off so you will not project them on other people. Or this is super important. You never do what happened to you in a bad way. Like, so you really need to take your time out so you will have your mind like be cleared,
Yes,
your
yes.
emotions be down and then you just do the right thing because doing something that is not fair just because they've done the same thing to you, it's not. It's just a cycle that goes like this and just
Yes,
damages everything around.
yes, 1000%. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's definitely what it does.
So the tip of around that one is like if you feel like that, just take your time out, go for a bike ride or go anywhere as long as you need just to take the
Yeah,
tension out and just be normal again and keep on acting the good way.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
um, who helped you along your way? Like, was it your family? Like, do you have a person or people that you're gonna call them straight ahead and tell them like, this happened to me, this amazing thing, or this bad thing, please, let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, I think it really depends on like what it is in my life. So, I'll break it down for your audience. If we are thinking about my military career, I would definitely say that I've leaned heavily within my family because my family goes back to the Revolutionary War. So my dad was the commander in the Navy Dental Corps. My uncle was retired Coast Guard captain.
Amazing.
My cousin is still she's reserves. My brother is reserves. And so I have a lot of family and some close friends that when it comes to stuff in the military and I'm trying to figure things out, I definitely run it by them. I would tell you I'm actually at a new stage in my career being a senior officer, a very senior officer, where a lot of my mentors are retiring. They're retiring or they're leaving. And so it can get very lonely at the top. And I never understood what they meant by that until now, because being 18 years in, a lot of the ones that did like 24, 30 years, they're retiring right now. And so it's really looking for that mentorship and finding different people in areas I wouldn't expect. When it comes to things such as pageantry, one thing that I have definitely done is I've been so grateful that I've been able over the years, I've evolved coaches, but I've also learned that people that are very niche can also give me the best advice. So, I'll give a great example. One of my colleagues, who is an Army officer, same rank as me, she did a pageant system that I'm going to be competing in next year. But watching her compete, hearing the coaches she used, the fact that her and I are from the similar background, her and another other female military officer have already opened me into different areas that I haven't quite done, even though I have an extensive pageant background. So when you're able to, you're not starting at the bottom, but you're kind of starting here and you're just looking to level up. So maybe you're an 8 out of 10, but you want to know what can I do to really boost that? That is really what's helped me get through some difficult times, or when I've had my moments of panic, or just like, oh crap, I don't know what to do. Because that has happened to me. I am so not perfect. I am fallible and I'm human. But I think there's something beautiful there when you can admit when you screwed up, and then also to other mentors I've had with speaking and books who've really helped me level up my game. And I believe that my success is not just for me alone, but truly a compilation of so many people in walks of life who have given me some tough love, and others who've redirected me to do things that are well outside my comfort zone. Things where I'm like, I can't believe I'm making this call. I can't believe I'm going to email this. And you know what? I always tell people, what if it's better than you imagine? What's the worst thing they can do? Ignore you, not call you back, say no. Okay.
Most of the times it's going to be better because you just tried something new and you got out of your comfort zone. So you've done something different than you've been doing the other days or some other
Yeah.
times. So
Yeah.
it's either a learning phase or a success story. Like every chat, every call, every conversation, so many doors can open from conversations. This is like so big thing. And getting out of this comfort zone, I think this is so vital. So, I mean, I wish I could take everybody and like, let's just do something to get out. Like, one small thing, get out of your comfort zone and just try to do something new. Go on that date, go on that trip. Why not? Everything can change just from one different move, like everything can shift around in a good way or just in a different way. And also, a failure can teach you so many things. Like it's like opening a book. If you are like happy to see what really happened and not what you would like it to be or the excuses you would tell yourself. If you're really honest with you, you can see a failure and just grab the lessons and write them down and try to learn from them because it's like closing future doors that are not meant to be like again there for you. So failure can teach you so many things. Is there anything you would like to tell the people like as an advice or as a lesson from yours?
Gosh, I would tell you with any of my endeavors in life, whether it's was writing a book or publishing a book or public speaking, joining the Navy, moving up in the ranks, or becoming an orthodontist, is that do not be afraid to ask for help and keep asking for help until you get it. And the best way for you to figure out who to ask is look at the people who are successful in those areas and reach out to them.
In the niche market.
And, I've learned that post-it notes or reaching out to someone and offering to take them out for coffee or lunch is showing that small act of generosity and kindness will grant you face time, will grant you an opportunity to hear their successes, but also things that they would do differently. And what a beautiful way for you to get a roadmap on how to get to what success looks like for you. So for me, that would be the one thing that I would share with your audience is a lot of these things I did not do my own, but it was really reaching out to people who I admire, who I adore, who I emulated, that I was like, okay, how did you get there? And what can I do to get to a similar place of success? And having the courage to do that will just be will transcend your ability to really have a lasting impact in your career, both in your personal and your professional relationships.
This message was truly amazing. This is great, and I truly hope this finds out like people and people gonna do that in their real life. So having courage, having like authenticity, um, being ready to see your weaknesses and just stay there and face them and do not run away. Just stay there and take your time, like one step at a time. Not all together is gonna freak people out. Just one step at a time. Face your weaknesses, face your strengths as well. Keep on working on them. Keep on being a nice person. Keep on asking people from the niche market you wanna be in any of your fields, and you're gonna be the best version of yourself, like long term, next year, next month, I don't know, like, but just keep on moving, right?
Yes,
This
1000%.
this is so great. And oh, last but not least, what is the title of your book?
The title of my book is called Commander to Crown, and you can find it on Amazon in Kindle as well as print.
This is so great. Cannot wait meeting you and have also a signature on the book. We have so many things in common, so I'm so happy about it. So, thank you so much for being here today. I cannot wait seeing you next time. And everybody, thank you so much for watching this episode. Hope you can all grab some inspiration and confidence through here. So, please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, also subscribe the channel, and thank you for watching. Keep on thriving all over the world. Cheers to California. Hi from Greece. Have a great time, everybody. Bye bye.